All right, chapter 10, verse 23. It says, a fool finds pleasure in wicked schemes, but a person of understanding delights in wisdom. So a person of spiritual knowledge delights in worshipful submission to God, but the fool takes pleasure in things done that are neither worshipful nor in submission to God. And you can see this played out, can't you? You can see this played out in a worship service. You can see the people who are in a worship service who, as it's described here, they have they delight in they delight in worshipful submission to God. Yeah, you can see that in the worship service. There are some people who are just delighting in the fact that God is here and we're trying to honor Him. And then you can see other people who are here who have no interest in spiritual things. You know? I don't know, maybe mom and dad dragged them. I don't know. Maybe somebody invited them so many times that finally they felt guilty enough. They said, okay, fine, I'll go. I don't know. But it's not just in worship, but you can see this in life, right? One of the apps that I have on my phone, it's a news app. But one of the things that they have, I forget exactly what they call it, but it's like good news of the day. Okay? And a lot of times it just shares a story of somebody sacrificially helping somebody else out, or somebody's generosity towards someone or something. Okay? And you delight in that, right? You delight in that. But then there are other people who delight in bad news. I mean, it's certainly happening now, right? With what's happening in the Middle East. See, a lot of people have a lot of joy over evil that's happening. Right? So a person of spiritual knowledge delights in worshipful submission to God, but the fool takes pleasure in things that aren't worshipful and aren't submissive to God. Chapter 14, verse 6. It says, the mocker seeks wisdom and finds none, but knowledge comes easily to the discerning. So we've talked about the mocker before. What the word actually means is somebody who makes a face. Okay? So they think of rolling the eyes. Right? Let me share something with you that I think would be helpful. They just roll their eyes. What do you have that you could ever possibly tell me? So the mocker is a person who makes faces at others. They think they are already wise, so true wisdom eludes them, this verse says. But the person who knows that they don't know everything is going to listen, so they gain wisdom and understanding. That's what that verse means. 15:21. Folly brings joy to the one who has no sense, but whoever has understanding keeps a straight course. What do you think that verse means? I'm going to break it down in maybe two parts. What do you think it means when it says folly brings joy to the one who has no sense? Okay, yeah. Their ignorance makes them happy and vulnerable, and okay, yeah, sure. Yep, that sounds like fun. Right? What about the second part of that? Whoever has understanding keeps a straight course. Remember what that word understanding means? Spiritual discernment. The person who has spiritual discernment keeps a straight course. Because what are they discerning between? Right and wrong. Good and bad. Godly, ungodly. Wise, unwise. So they stay on the straight path. Chapter 17, verse 24. It says, a discerning person keeps wisdom in view, but a fool's eyes wander to the ends of the earth. So the discerning person, the person who is discerning and smart, stays focused on wisdom. But the fool allows their focus to wander all over the place. Easily distracted from God and the things of God.